But it looks like Eric Bieniemy will be back with the Kansas City Chiefs.
I can't wait to see him back in the building, man. He's one of my favorite coaches of all time. One of my favorite people of all time. I've had so many unbelievable, growing moments under him as a player, as a person. I just love the guy, and it's going to be awesome to see him back in the building and see him back wearing the Chiefs logo, baby.
Hey, that doesn't sound like somebody who's retiring, right? You're not going to see him back in the building if you're not in the building. So there was a time a couple of years ago before one of the Super Bowls, they brought Eric Bieniemy in to talk to the team on a Saturday night, and it was like a vitamin B12 shot for the team. They still loved Eric Bieniemy. He had gotten to the point where, the window opened for him potentially for a head coaching job. He never got one. And I think it just got to a point where it was time to move on to a new offensive coordinator. It was time for him to move on. It had run its course. It was time for a new voice, right? And he's meandered. He was at UCLA. That didn't really work. He was with wasn't he with Washington? He went there as offensive coordinator first, and that didn't work. And then UCLA, and then Chicago. And now he comes back at a time when, it was the most low-key firing I've ever seen of Matt Nagy. Matt Nagy goes and interviews for a head coaching job. Yeah. They fill his job while he's interviewing. And now it's like, hey, congratulations. Happy birthday. Thanks for everything. What? Oh, you were coming back? Sorry.
You're 100% right. I thought of that too. Like, Andy Reid is so good at this. He's like, hey, I thought, it kind of did the same thing with Bieniemy too. It kind of did the same thing. Hey, but Bieniemy wound up on his feet with the Commanders, and then that didn't work out. But hey, we know that he wants to run his own show. We encourage him to go off and do his thing. And so with Matt Nagy, that's what Andy Reid said. Oh, he absolutely deserves to be a head coach. And he wants to run his own thing. Yeah, he wants to run his own thing, but I think he wants a job too. I don't think if he's not going to get a head coaching spot, he certainly would like to be back with the Chiefs, but they filled that spot. I think with Bieniemy, this is an exciting time for the Chiefs, even though they had a disappointing season. So it's an exciting time for a couple of reasons. One, Bieniemy had a great season as an assistant coach. Usually when we say that, we're talking about O coordinators or D coordinators. He was a running backs coach for the Bears, and they really reestablished themselves as a great running team. DeAndre Swift has a career high in yards. Kyle Monangai comes in 7th round pick, runs in a way that Bieniemy likes, Bieniemy teaches. It really was a great year for him. And then for the Chiefs, I think with their losses, it kind of causes them now, Mike, to think about how do we reconstruct, how do we recalibrate and be a championship team again. So part of it could be, from the guy we heard from, Travis Kelce, maybe he's not done, but he's done as a number 1 or number 2 option. It'd be fine. If Travis Kelce is one of your top 4 receivers, let's say he's your number 4 receiver, you're doing all right as long as you bring in other reinforcements or you upgrade significantly in the wide receiver spot or in the running back room. So it's like everybody gets a chance to do this thing. It's like a do-over for the Chiefs, who still have Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. And for Bieniemy specifically, sometimes on your team or in your company, you need that guy who's a little bit of an a-hole. You love him, but somebody's got to say something. Everybody's thinking it. You got a bunch of polite people who know something's wrong, but they don't know how to bring up the topic. And here comes your Eric Bieniemy type. He's like, hey, this is a mess. And you got to get yourself together. You got to stop being late. What's wrong with you? So I think it's really good to bring them back into the fold as they reimagine who they're going to be.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.